Thank you, Chef, and good afternoon to all participants. Today it was little bit late, so you can pardon me for this delay. But there are some technical issues where things are not in our control. So we are trying to uh, give you the best possible uh, material and resources. The currently we have the training, the scheduled training we have devised. So I have been given the responsibility to introduce this our guest, esteemed guest. So participants are requested do not leave training because attendance is very important for you to get the certificate. So little bit I will introduce about this training. So this training, livelihood security through sustainable horticulture and allied sector has been, we have jointly devised this training program, 21 days training program by CATH, ICR, KVK Baramulla and NADCL Baramulla. So in this training, we have tried our best to bring you the best faculty available in our region regarding the horticulture. As you know, our main crop here is apple and most of the temperate fruits because we are dealing with temperate fruits. So we have tried our best to uh, to uh, to uh, to arrange best lectures available. So today we have the privilege uh, to welcome our guest, Dr. Ishtiaq Ahmad Khan Sahab. So little introduction I will give him regarding him, but it is less I know because he is doing more than this. So currently, Dr. Ishtiaq Ahmad Khan Sahab is working as a fruit scientist in Sukast from last 14 years, and he is also holding the charge of head KVK Anantnag, which is very important district regarding the temperate this apple is concerned, and also the walnut. He had almost 14 years of experience in research, extension, and teaching, and he is also a orchardist himself because if you have experience in orchard development, it is easy for a scientist or a trainer or an educationist to train the other fellows because if the science is not translated into a product, uh, that science is of no use as per my view. And he is also successfully nurtured various orchardists of that particular area and almost more than 50 farmers, entrepreneurs he has guided regarding mostly regarding high density orcharding system because it is completely a scientific intervention without guidance and uh, without knowledge. It's not possible to develop a successful orcharding or any other system. And he is also involved in teaching at Sukast. He has guided more than 6 students and has many numerous publications and patents also. And he has also received several awards and at state, center, and district level also, and Atari Ludhiana also. And he is my colleague, and I welcome Ishtiaq Saab to this program. Hope your lecture will enlighten us about the entrepreneurship development and how the science can be translated in the products because finally we are supposed to translate the science into products that may be in the form of technologies, patents, products. So I again welcome Dr. Ishtiaq Saab, and now I request Dr. Ishtiaq Saab, he can start his this presentation. And for the participants, I Again, request that at the end of the lecture, you can ask whatever queries you have. We will be happy to answer those queries, and we will be very happy if you will interact with our this trainer, we can say, or guest, so that maximum benefit can be achieved and received. Thank you very much.
Sort of him, good science professional across the country, I suppose. I'm this I really great for this sites on a subject that I believe is not just close to our fields, but close to our future, I reckon. Uh, Before I begin my presentation, I would like to introduce myself, as Dr. Wasim has already introduced me to you. I'm once again try to introduce myself. I'm Ishtiyaq, Dr. Ishtiyaq A. Khan, a food scientist currently serving as head KVK Anantnag, a region where horticulture, particularly apple production, is not just an agricultural practice, but a way of life, I tell you. In today's talk, we will be exploring how sustainable agricultural practices can not only protect our environments, but also become gateways to entrepreneurship. And we will look at real success stories from our very own farmers in Anantnag, who have transformed these ideas into viable businesses. Um, as we all know that Kashmir is known for two things mainly. Two big industries are here. We boost upon it's obviously the tourism industry and the apple industry. As far as tourism industry is concerned, we know that it mainly depends upon the current circumstances, the situation, the normalcy, and all that. And in the previous, in the very, in very recently, we have witnessed some boom in the tourism sector. But as far as the tourism sector is concerned, by an estimate, it fetched some 3,700 crore to the economy. But when it comes to the fruit industry, and while the Apple holds the premier position, the industry fetches more than 8,000 to 10,000 crore. So you can is this Apple industry to the very livelihood of the Jammu and Kashmir. Horticulture, as you know, horticulture industry in general has been a very vibrant and growth-oriented sector in the economy of Jammu and Kashmir. We have witnessed turbulent times in Kashmir. We have witnessed the militancy. We have witnessed the COVID, era. But then this industry has stood the test of times. I believe all my colleagues here, that my younger brother Shoaib, my brother Wasim will bear me out, that it has really stood the test of times. It has been the most resilient, industry in Jammu and Kashmir. We are fortunate enough that we have been bestowed and inherited with a beautiful climate, ideally suited for cultivation of a wide range of temperate fruit crops due to favorable agroclimatic conditions. As I said, this industry, which is so big that it employs almost more than 35 lakh. It involves people involved with this huge value chain is almost 35 lakh. So big. In Himachal Pradesh, in Uttarakhand, we know that these temperate crops are grown, but not as as colossal as in Jammu and Kashmir. Annual contribution to the economy ranges between 8,000 to 10,000 crore and more. What else you require? I mean, over the past decade, the sector has witnessed a paradigm shift from traditional productivity focus to enhanced profitability. through the adoption of high density plantation system. It's acting and it's proving a game changer already. It's not only in apple. We have witnessed some boost in cherry high density orcharding. These innovative orchard systems are proving a game changer in the economy of our UT. Uh, these if we see why this shift, this horticulture boost in terms of high density orcharding, there is still a stagnation when it comes to the productive levels in our traditional orchards in most of the areas. There are certain areas where in traditional orchards we harvest a good productivity levels as much as 36 metric tons. But overall, at an average, it's just 14 metric tons. It is way, way, way low. But when it comes to this new innovative high density orcharding system, the potential is so big that it can be as much as 100 metric tons. We in Kashmir, in the past decade, we have witnessed high density orcharding coming thick and fast. And in my area, particularly in South Kashmir, it's coming thick and fast. We have a huge area right now under high density plantation, particularly apple. Some 60,000 to 1 lakh canals have already been brought under high density orcharding. So the scope is big. In 2024-25, we have witnessed a lot of area being converted to high density orcharding. But then there is some problem. There are certain limitations with high density orcharding as well. We have witnessed some newer pests and diseases, but the benefits are substantial, I tell you. And why high density orcharding and why a new system has to be there. We have witnessed some domination of only one variety in the past. It's red delicious, majority 60-70%, and so it has led to a mono variety culture. Continuous dependency on rainfall, and then the biennial bearing is a real impediment. Uh, as far as hurdles, as I said, that high density orcharding system in most of the crops, be it dragon fruit in now in Jammu, or cherry and apple in Kashmir, or Himachal Pradesh, I mean, high density is paving way. And why not? As I said, the benefits are substantial. But the problem with the high density orcharding is that we still import some 90% planting material from the outside the country. Uh, there is a financial code that you can make money only when there is blood in the mouth, and when there is blood. When we see that 90% dependence on importing material, it offers some scope over here. We can boost local industry. Because because as for the estimate of government is concerned, we have to bring some 5,500 hectares of land under high density in 5 years. So for bringing 5,005 hectares of land under orcharding, we need some real plantation. We need some huge plantation, and there's an estimate. If we go by per hectare basis, we need some 11 million plantations. So it speaks about volumes regarding entrepreneurship development and nursery development. My title has been cultivating success in real world, in horticulture entrepreneurship through real world success stories. I believe no farmer here, I reinforce this quote that every farmer here in this part of the world has the potential to become an entrepreneur. I tell this, I speak with this with all responsibility. So if we go for the interventions like production of these elite planting material, which we have a tremendous scope, and I don't see any farmer, any educated rural youth, unemployed. Such is the scope level here when it comes to boosting our own nurseries or entrepreneurship. But then these are the hurdles. there are some certain strategies we have to look upon. That's for that we have to develop human resources. That's primary. Train them, skill them. This is what we are doing at KVK level, at ICR level. That the first thing is that we must train our human resources, because when I say that there's a tremendous scope for production of producing elite quality planting material, uh, we must ensure that we train our human resources for that first. Establishment of budwood bank of promising varieties is absolutely important, because we have witnessed some boom, in the newer pests due to climate change effects. So it's absolutely important that we establish these budwood banks of elite genotypes. Adoption of cohesive approach by all stakeholders is absolutely important. So is promotion of private entrepreneurship. This high density orcharding is successful in Jammu and Kashmir only because it was a collaborative effort. It was a typical public and private venture. That's why we witness these orchards, these high density orchards, becoming successful. We have we have nth number of developers right now involved with this business, right from the Barker to Cool Fruit Wall to Harshana. So many developers, and this is what private things does, because once they introduce things, they do it with with full integration. This is what has happened with the high density orcharding. And as I said, high density orcharding has increased the income levels manifold. Are the people who are seriously contemplating of bringing more area under this high density orcharding. For that we need collaboration and partnership. That is very important, because competition, we don't believe in competition. We believe in now collaboration and partnerships. Um, if we talk about now the practicability, if we if somebody asks me that you are talking about entrepreneurship opportunities in horticulture, do you really see it as a business target? My answer would be yes, because this slide would ensure that if anybody, say if X wants to go for apple nursery business, there are so many plans. Let us talk about plan A. We have the plan A. If we know that we have mainly here marginalized farmers who do not have big chunk of land. We have some small holdings. So for example, if a person who is a graduate or he's doing nothing, he's unemployed, he wants to go for a business, he comes to KVK or a state agriculture university, or for that matter, RCA institution. And my fellow colleague says that, yes, we have with confidence that you can go for entrepreneurship in apple nursery business. Do you really have the plan? Yes, the answer is yes. You can go through this slide. If somebody wants to go for a nursery on one canal of land, say one canal of land, and he wants to go for clonal rootstock multiplication. There are so many plants. Let us talk about clonal rootstock multiplication. We know these wonderful dwarf rootstocks are almost all clonal in nature, and they can be easily propagated in the nursery. For example, if somebody wants to go for a nursery business in apple, and he has got one canal of land, we educate him to go for a spacing of 1 meter between the rows, and almost 1 foot, 0.3 meter, within the row, from rootstock to rootstock. So the total rootstocks he can accommodate is 1500. So 1500, the rate per rootstock this year was rupees 70. So the cost involved would be for purchasing of these 1500 rootstocks would be around 1,05,000. Other input costs you would require is some 35,000. We have calculated it very thoroughly. and the total cost involved would be around 1,40,000. In the second year, we know that through layering and this mound layering still remains the most commercial and commonly used way of multiplication of these rootstocks. And in the second year, by November or December, in the autumn or towards the end of the year, he will be able to produce at least at an average 3 rootstocks from 1 rootstock. Means he'll be having in his hand some 4,500 rootstocks. Let's talk about some mortality. Let's see. Let's assume that he has some 10% mortality. Still, he'll be getting some 4,050 saleable rootstocks. If the selling price is rupees 70, he will get a gross return of 2,83,500. So the net profit would be some around 1,43,500. Can you imagine any piece of land, any one area of 1 canal of land fetching 1,40,500? This is real practical, and the success stories which I'll be showcasing right now is based on these apple nursery business plans. The next plan would be if somebody wants to go for propagation, grafted plant sale. Say the same will happen. Let's talk about grafting success rate. Let us assume there is some 10% mortality and 90% success rate, and we believe in Apple we have this success rate no matter what. Successful graft plants would be around 1,350. Total cost for the first year would be around 1,60,000. The second year return saleable graft plants at the rate of 75%. Out of this 90%, success in grafting, we'll be having some 75% which will be saleable. What does that mean in the second year? Because we are still unable to get these designer or the feathered plants in the first year. We all know that we need to work on this technology. But in the second year, no matter what, we get some good feathered plants, say 3, 4, 5, which are saleable. Say, for example, out of 90% grafting success, we get 75% which are saleable. This is what is happening at at the ground level. He will be getting some gross return of 4,50,400. So the net profit would be after 2 years, he will be getting some 2,95,400 rupees from 1 canal of land. This is what nursery business can do. That is why I reinforce that every farmer here in this part of the world has the potential to become an entrepreneur. Next, now some success stories I'll be sharing with you. This is there was a Wasim Amin Malik. He's from a Bamdu from Anantnag area. He was doing nothing. His education was he was a professional graduate. Engaged in traditional horticulture, unemployed, lack. Turning point in his career was when he attended trainings at KVK Anantnag. Approached scientists for guidance. Challenges he faced was lack of scientific nursery and management knowledge, no access to quality planting material, limited market linkage and capital, no exposure to entrepreneurship whatsoever. Interventions by KVK was that he was selected under a NABARD assisted project. I was running a NABARD assisted project on clonal rootstock multiplication. I selected him, seeing his interest, I selected him as one of the project beneficiary. Then he was again, a trainer under that skill training for rural youth that that's sponsored by Manage Hyderabad, training on nursery raising techniques. See his impact. He has now some turnover of 22 lakhs. He's cultivating in his nursery, the cherries, the apple rootstocks, and he has now joined some farmers where he also manages to earn a handsome. This is practical. You can, I have shown here his email, the contact number. He can tell you what can be done. If we believe in these scientific institutions, we have a real potential in terms of entrepreneurship. Now the second story is from again Gibun, that's Kokarnag area. He's this Amir, a graduate in arts. He again, he was again sort of selected as a project beneficiary and was skilled under that STRY training. His turnover again turned to 20 lakhs. This Mr. Amir, you might have seen him on YouTube. He runs a YouTube channel also, and he is acting as a master trainer. एंड कहता है कि मुझे अब सब डॉक्टर साहब कहते हैं और मुझे साइंटिस्ट कहते हैं कि मुझे मेरे बाग में आप देखो एंड इज इन्वॉल्वड विद दैट टॉप वर्किंग दैट रिजुविनेशन पार्ट in every nook and corner of the valley. The third is, this one is from vermicomposting. This gentleman has a dairy and vermicompost. Why I'm showcasing his success story here is because he's involved with the vermicompost. He is getting some 15 lakh to 20 lakh from vermicompost. Uh, you know, what this high density has done, it has involved all those farmers who want to cultivate his orchard on scientific lines. And whenever a person who wants to cultivate high density orcharding, he's been told that you have to add some 3 to 4 kgs of vermicompost at the time of planting. So the scope is huge. Everybody is turning now towards this vermicompost. So vermicompost has a tremendous scope, largely because of these high density which are coming thick and fast. So he has a very beautiful unit as Baba Farmers. This gentleman, he has traveled all across the globe. He was in England, for some years. Then he came and started his dairy first. Then he started his vermicompost, and his sale is like anything. I mean, the demand is so that he cannot supply to the all growers because of these high density orchards and the kitchen gardeners and the vertical gardeners which are coming up day in and day out. And then again, this success story, small farmer turned out as a successful horticulture entrepreneur. Can you believe he was a barber? He was a barber by profession, but he was educated, 12th pass. And then he was a traditional orchardist back home in Magrepura, Chabal. He was again, selected under that NABARD project and then STRY training. Now he is a master trainer, and look at his turnover. His turnover is 53 lakhs. Oh, I have already documented a success story. Why his success story is well documented. That inspiring stories of farming excellence, revised edition by KVK Anantnag, authored by me and my colleagues. So he is now praising KVK, the scientific institutes, that it really we can turn our our dreams into reality. He is involved with quality this planting material production back home. He is also involved with that importing of planting material, these high density orcharding installation systems. So I'm proudly saying that this is what extension can do. I mean, if one really wants that in KVK, one can turn things into a wonderful thing. This is what we have done in KVK. These success stories. This is what I'm proud of. This is again another man scaling new heights. This is Ember Nursery. His turnover has gone up to rupees 1.5 crore CR this year. He is involved. He has some 4 hectares of land, leisure land. Where he cultivates his nursery, while he cultivates these planting material, mostly apple here. That Wasim also is involved with cherry and grape. This person is mostly involved with the apple, and he is supplying. He's already been honored by this cost as a champion farmer award during that Kisan Devas in December 2024. Um, he has already booked his planting material this year, whole planting material. He believes some 50,000 or 30,000 plus quality apple saplings he has, plants he has this time for sale. He's an NHB registered, nurseryman as well. Uh, this is again, look, I mean, this, as I said, uh, there are, nth number of people, millions of people involved with this Apple value chain, particularly. Now, this Rifaz, he is an innovator. He is one of the twin brother who got award at every level. He was awarded by President Shri Pranab Mukherjee, Ignite Award he got by APJ Abdul Kalam. He has recently developed some bending clips and loading clips for high density. This is what high density. There are other ways to join with the high density. One can earn from every aspect when it comes to these apple orchards and these nurseries. He has spade come hoe. He has invented. He has spade come hoe. He has now bending and loading clips. He has successfully demonstrated his bending clips for high density during that Viksit Krishi Sankalp Abhiyan, which was really praised by ICR very recently in this Viksit Krishi Sankalp Abhiyan as an innovator. This is Khalid. Khalid Sheikh was was involved with traditional cultivation. Once he resorted to this high density orcharding, and he could see in 2020 this year 2024, Khalid achieved an impressive turnover of rupees 25 lakh on 6 canals of land, recording an impressive 72 metric tons per hectare in the fifth leaf, a regional productivity benchmark. His success has inspired many local farmers to adopt a modern high density orcharding because he's inconsistent with the KVK. And on the right side, you can see this is the bottom side. This is we have developed a model high density orchard at our KVK. On the left side, his orchard, you can see how well it's managed. We know that in the past decade, we have experienced and we have harvested some 40 to 50 metric tons per hectare in the high density orcharding system, in apple high density orcharding system in the fourth or the fifth leaf. But this gentleman harvested 72 metric tons per hectare. This is probably the record as per the official is recorded. He is in consistent touch with our KVKs. He continuously rings me up. I'll be showing him that this gentleman, Dr. Wasim, often visits Anantnag and other areas. Dr. Shoaib might come to that place. So he has shown that we talk about that we have the potential of more than 70 metric tons per hectare in the fourth leaf in high density apple orcharding, but we are actually harvesting at this juncture only 50 metric tons, 5 to 50 metric tons per hectare. This gentleman has shown that if we adopt innovative practices, if we remain under the constant guidance of the experts and the scientists, we can achieve anything. And credit goes to him. He's a very smart farmer also. So this is some compelling pipelines. Your education is the key to unlock the full potential of the horticulture business. Embrace your knowledge and innovate with this thriving industry. As I said, horticulture contributes over 30% of our agriculture GDP from just 15% of the land. And we also believe that in hilly areas like Uttarakhand, Himachal Pradesh, or Jammu and Kashmir, we have the potential. Nobody can be here a mere farmer. Everybody has the potential to become an entrepreneur because such is the demand, such is the sort of agroclimate conditions we are blessed with. This is as I said, growing, yeah, involving yourself with the horticulture business is just an orchard of opportunity. Growing sustainable horticulture. This is all I have. This follow-up visitors to KVK train and support entrepreneurs and innovators. I may not have come to the expectations of your, you might have thoughts that I may be sharing some great insights, but actually, I yesterday got a phone from Mr. Shoaib, Dr. Shoaib, that you have to present, you have to deliver a lecture in the summer school I told him I cannot because my interviews are on Monday, and today I'm out of my office at Shalimar for a seminar which was already overdue for my student, for my two students. One delivered today is thesis seminar, and another a synopsis seminar. So all the inconveniences, I regret for those inconveniences. We had some technical glitch here because it's not my office. I'm, sitting right now and talking to you in somebody else's, room. So this is what you can ask me anything. This was a small presentation. I thought it's typically practical. I think I must share with. I thought I must share this presentation with you. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much. If you have any query, I'm here. Please.
Thank you, Ishtiaq Saab, Dr. Ishtiaq Saab. It was a wonderful presentation, and we all, you can say, enjoyed it. And it was really a practical experience what you have seen in the field. And this is the need of the hour, we can say, because to writing a paper or a book is very good contribution. But if you want the real contribution, you have to go to field and teach the farmer and guide him and assist him so that his life will change. Otherwise, there is no use of ICR. There is no purpose of agriculture universities. There is no, if your farmer is not get benefited. And thank you for this wonderful presentation. And one more
Thank
thing
you.
I want to share, that the potential of horticulture is immense in J&K, and there is lack of, you can say, technical expertise available with us so far. So the KVKs or all institutes have the great role if we are able to develop create as such a group of youth which will really know the all the aspects of horticulture, because it is not old horticulture where we have to plant the tree and then harvest the fruit. It is all almost entirely different. If he is not able